Hi everybody, it's Nikki Chanel here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, today's video is going to be a really simple, easy video talking about 5 things that you can do to help yourself feminize. Now, full disclosure right now, most of my feminization came from HRT, 3 years of it. However, before I started HRT and when I was in that egg crack phase between starting to cross-dress at 19 and HRT at 25, there was about 6 years there where I started to do certain things in order to feminize my body so that when I cross-dressed, it looked more convincing. And I realized now that it was like just a pre-transition basically. However, these 5 things were diet and exercise, shaving and waxing, makeup and skincare, hair growth, as well as wearing feminine clothing. Now, this is not a comprehensive list by any stretch of the imagination. These are 5 things that worked with me. And if you have ways of feminizing yourself without the permanent use of HRT, please comment down in the comment section. I want to know all the stories. So whoever is watching this video, if they want to learn, they can use this as a resource. Now, please like and subscribe, hit the bell button for more, and put those comments in the comments section. Let's get into this. Now, before we move into shaving and waxing, which is our first topic, these are in no importance of order. This is just a simple list that I created really fast, so do not worry about the importance of this. Now, on to shaving. Shaving is pretty common. Shaving is something that as a biological male, I had a really good experience with because I started shaving my face with facial hair at 13 years old, and I started fully shaving my body at 18. I started shaving my body because just facial hair and body hair just grossed me out. But shaving was one of the best ways I could do it. Like in all those times of cross-dressing, and even I started doing this on a weekly basis, even if I didn't dress, I started shaving my body because the smooth legs with skincare and lotions, it was just an amazing feeling. And even now, I have no hair, but I still have to shave even though I've had a lot of laser hair and electrolysis. Now, waxing is something totally different. Do I recommend getting your full body waxed every single week? No. No, waxing is a very intensive process. The only things I get waxed nowadays are my eyebrows and my nose, which is actually something I've been doing since I was 19 years old. I started waxing my eyebrows as a way to get a more feminine brow because being AMAB, I had this thick, bushy eyebrow that was thick. Like I get my eyebrows waxed and I have my eyebrows filled in right now for makeup, but waxing my eyebrows has been one of the easiest ways that I can feminize myself without really bringing too much attention to me. Honestly, I would recommend getting an eyebrow wax. If you're afraid to get it and say that you want like a feminine brow, all of my waxers have been super nice. They're mostly women, and they all tell me that 50% of their clients are men waxing other parts of their body. So like having your eyebrows arched in a certain manner, it's not weird at all, so do not worry about that. Now on to dieting and exercising. Now, for diet does not mean go out and starve yourself and eat like the minimum amount of calories. I meet a lot of bodybuilders that have a diet specific to their thing that consists of like 3,000-4,000 calories a day. So diet is really particular and nuanced to your individual situation. For me, when I started going to the gym and when I started this whole process of trying to look feminine, my goal was to look like a glamour model, was to look like one of the Victoria's Secret angels, you know, have the great hips, the slim body, the tiny waistline, the abs, you know, the whole thing. And so how I started doing that was through dieting and exercising. Because through dieting, I've learned you need to eat a lot of protein. You need to have a good balance of calories, fat, carbs, all this stuff in order to have an active lifestyle. Like with me, I'm a really active individual. I run, I work an active job, I go. So carbs are the enemy, but carbs are my best friend because they keep me alive because my body uses them over the course of the day. Now, in terms of exercising, the myth is, and I know a lot of trans women that do have this like fear, and I have this fear even, is that when you go to work on your chest or any arms, you're suddenly gonna develop like biceps. Me, I like to think I'm fit, but like I'm like fit chick. I am skinny fit. I am lean fit. There's a lot of difference in it. Like to develop those like giant male bodybuilder muscles, that takes years to develop. It's not something that it's going to happen in like one workout. It's something that you develop. My goal is to tone. My goal is to get the abs. My goal is to look like a bad bitch. That's through exercising, where I focus my hips, I focus my abs. And now, thanks to the fact that I'm 63 days away from my boob job on February 5th, I build my back muscles. Like, I am working hardcore on my back and on my upper body strength, something that pre-transition I was afraid of, but now I've learned its essentials. So diet and exercising I would recommend, but you have to find something that works with you. Do I expect you to go out and run the mile every day? No, you have to find that balance. Honestly, one of the best exercises for me, go out and walk like 2 miles. It's easy, it's simple, it's not strenuous on your body. So diet and exercise, highly recommended, but you have to tailor it to what you want to do. Okay, now moving on to makeup and skincare. I would prioritize skincare over makeup because skincare is probably one of the most essential things that I've learned in this whole process, because youthfulness, radiant skin, the glow of the skin and all that, that's from skincare. Healthy skin is beautiful. Healthy skin is healthy and you don't have issues with it. I would recommend starting skincare pretty early on. However, there is a lot of nuances to skincare because everybody's body is different. Like, my skin is oily, but I live in a dry environment, so it gets dry. So I have to keep it moisturized. I have to keep it clean, especially with wearing makeup pretty consistently like I do. I have to make sure that it's clean at all times. And with shaving and electrolysis and HRT, you really have to tailor your skincare to your own specific way. Now, I can do some skincare videos in the future. However, most of this is going to be nuanced to what you need and what your body requires. Now, makeup is self-explanatory. Makeup is probably one of the most feminine things you could do. I love doing my makeup, doing the eyes, doing the skin, doing the foundation, doing the lips. You look glamorous, you feel gorgeous. However, makeup is what I'm gonna call temporary feminization, because makeup is one of those things that you put on and you can wear it for like 12 hours straight, but after about hour 8, it starts kind of getting gross after a while, and it starts, your skin starts peeling through it. It looks super fresh right now on my face because I just did it like 20 minutes ago. But after 8 hours in a sweaty environment, it starts looking kind of gross. And you also have to take it off at the end of the day. You can't just leave makeup on. Now, could you do makeup every single day if you want? Of course, and I know a lot of women that wear makeup every single day, but they also balance it out with days of just fresh-faced. Makeup is amazing, and if you want to be like a glamour girl, if you want to be like, like a makeup girl, you gotta learn the skincare part as well as the makeup. So makeup takes forever to learn. I've been doing it for 12 years. That's how I can get to this point right here. And even now, I still learn so much about makeup, new products, new examples, new brushes, new application techniques. Makeup is a never-ending process, so I would start early on the learning. Okay, now let's talk about hair growth, specifically hair growth. Now, hair growth is one of the longest processes that I've ever done. I started it on March 18th of 2020, and through the use of multiple hair appointments and just growth over the course of almost 4 years, it's gotten down to my shoulders, my collarbone specifically. Now, I love my hair. I think it's definitely one of my most feminine attributes. Even if I don't do any of my makeup, even if I don't look amazing or anything like that, and even if it's just in a ponytail, it is definitely one of the most feminine attributes I have. Now, with me, I started transition at 24 years old. Baldness did not run in my family per se. Like, my dad is 71 years old and he still has a full head of hair. My uncles are both in their 70s and they still have full heads of hair. So hair did not run in my immediate family. And if you cannot grow out your hair due to male pattern baldness, there's a lot of solutions. There's wigs, there's medical solutions. And I've met a couple of trans women who have undergone medical solutions and their hair growth is pretty amazing thanks to it. Do they have to wear wigs on certain aspects? Yes, they do, but it's pretty amazing some of the medical devices nowadays for hair growth. So I would highly recommend looking into those ones. But the other thing I'm gonna say is hair growth takes forever. This picture right here, this is on March 18th of 2020. This was almost 4 years ago. And that's what my hair looked like at the very beginning of this process. A year later, it looked like this. This was my first ever feminine hair appointment that I had with the wonderful stylist I have. And ever since then, it's been a process. My hair probably has about $3,000 invested into it because hair is expensive. Like, to have pretty natural hair is really expensive. I refuse to do extensions because I don't see the value in extensions or in the fact that it's a temporary solution. They're beautiful, yes, but I don't like extensions because of the sheer cost involved in extensions. Now, growing out your hair, beautiful process. And if you are afraid of growing out your hair as a male still, there are a lot of good looking men out there that have long hair. Keanu Reeves, Tom Hiddleston, good looking men with hair. Because I know that when I started my process, my parents were like, oh, why don't you go get a haircut? I'm like, oh, I just kind of want it longer, and I just passed that off. So long hair on men is getting pretty common, so don't really worry about that if you haven't started the feminization process yet. Hair growth, something you can do even without transitioning. Now, on to the final point of clothing. Clothing, there's a difference between men's and women's clothing. You've noticed it after buying both. Like for men's clothing, I've noticed that it tends to be a little bit bulkier. Women's clothing is very tight. Like being a biological male, I have pretty broad shoulders. Thanks to my mom's side of the family, I have really broad shoulders. And thus female clothing sometimes is kind of a little bit tight up here, but there is a big difference on how men's and females clothing look. My goal was to be a skinny glamour model, and so like I kind of like looking at my body. Women's clothing shows off your body a lot more. Like it's lot more tight. It's designed to hug sometimes around here, especially like crop tops like this. This hugs really heavily in the chest. There's a lot of room for that. And one of the first articles of clothing that I started wearing when I started feminizing was underwear. I know that's kind of controversial, but I did it because it's easily hideable. You can hide it. Like you can wear like baggy jeans over it. You can wear like a guy sweatshirt. You can wear like a loose fitting guy clothes over it, and you can just wear that. And then I also started putting in more colors because as a guy I had blacks. Then I bought like a pink shirt. I bought like a red top. I bought like a blue top or like a green top. And then when I went to bed, I would wear like chicks clothing to bed, like, you know, like sleep shirts, things like that, like Hot Topic shirts. That's what I started doing, and it slowly got better and better and better. Then I went into skinny jeans. I first went from like men's like 501 Levi's down to like skinny jeans, like the 511 skinnies. And then I went to full-on chick jeans after that from like Fashion Nova. But then I had to also look into that because I'm tall. I'm really tall. I'm 6 foot. So I had to buy tall women's jeans because most women are not 6 feet. So you have to buy talls. Clothing has definitely been one of the biggest pieces of mine. Like me, I love looking at my butt in like some cute jeans. I think it's adorable. I love wearing feminine clothing because it gives me that power and elegance that everything else has. Because again, all of these pieces that I'm talking about, when they come together as a whole, really simple. And also clothing is definitely not permanent. You can take it off and go put on something else. So if you want to start looking like a chick a little bit more, you can wear feminine clothing, and it's a really simple process. Okay, thank you all for suffering with me through that 5-topic video. As always, I got super rambly in that one. I wanted to keep this short, but you know, when you talk about something that you love, you just never want to end it. Now, 5 topics, skincare and makeup, super easy, very easy start process. While makeup is expensive, I will throw in one caveat. Today I did my eyeshadow with a 10-year-old makeup palette, so makeup doesn't really expire. Number 4, shaving and waxing, super simple process. Even now, 4 years into transition and tons of laser hair, I still have to shave, but I always feel amazing after I shave. It just gives me confidence. Feminine clothing. Wearing feminine clothing right now. I started wearing girls' clothes a lot more at about 22 years old. And then when I started transition, I basically threw away all my guy clothes and kept a couple of them for memorabilia pieces. 4th topic, diet and exercise. Diet and exercise is how I've been able to develop my body. If any of you follow my Instagram, you've probably seen a lot of pictures of my body on there because I'm proud of it. I'm proud of the work that I put into it. Then for the 5th one of just growing out your hair, long process. Long process, best started early. And even if you're afraid of people seeing you as a chick with long hair, even though you're male, good looking men have long hair. So do not worry about that, okay? Now, as always, this is not a comprehensive list by any stretch of the imagination, so please put all of the comments in the comments if I missed anything, or if you want me to do like a part 2 of this video or anything like that. Please let me know in the comments section. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell button for more. This has been Nikki Chanel. See ya.